Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Graphics Card Nightmares. Believe it or not, I forgot to do that. Graphics Card Nightmares right here on JJ's PC Builds. We are at episode 40, believe it or not. Episode 40. That's that's 40 episodes that we made currently this year right here on JJ's PC Builds. Now, we do this every week, so make sure y'all stay tuned. You can go through the folder. I had a folder for it for Graphics Card Nightmares for 2023. So you can go into my main page and go to, anyone you want to, and, you can look them all up. If you want to look up last week, you can look up last week or this week or this week. But do remember, make sure you subscribe. And I welcome all the new subscribers. Welcome to the family. Welcome to JJ's PC Builds and my veteran subscribers. Much love to you as always for all the support that you do by watching the videos and helping us grow. Okay, now before we get started, we want to make sure we got our drink and you got your snacks. Make sure you got all that in hand. As this might be a long one, okay, it might go above 20 minutes, so I'm not going to rush making this video. This video I am not going to rush, okay. Now, I rushed the other ones because everybody says they like to see it down at 20 minutes, but with Graphics Card Nightmares, I'm going to give you between 20 minutes to 45 minutes. So I'm not going to rush going through this because there's a lot of information for you to absorb. So, and we go week by week when it comes to, looking at the prices of the graphics cards and everything else. I bring you those prices firsthand, and believe it or not, when I make this video, it's on the same day, the same minute, same seconds, and when I get done editing it, I push it right to you all. So basically, this video is done on the same day, and it is pushed on YouTube the same day. And I hope y'all are enjoying the new feature I put in. A lot of people were asking me to do this at 4K. So I hope you're enjoying me putting this up at 4K. I figured it out finally, and I'm able to get it up to 4K. But it is taking me a long time to load it up to YouTube. So instead of it taking like 30 minutes or whatever, it's taking about an hour and a half just to get it onto my YouTube page. So it's taken a while, but we're going to do it anyway, and we'll figure out a solution down the road to get it to go on YouTube a lot faster and be able to get it to, once I upload it, instead of all this checks and balances and everything else, it's just too much of a headache. But we're going to go through the headaches with you all and, take you along for that. So let's go ahead and just jump into the action screen. We're going to jump into the action screen right here at DuckDuckGo. And what we're going to do is we're going to type in Amazon. So I'll pull you a little closer to me. We'll go to Amazon. We're jumping into the video, so we're going to go right to it. Where it says all, you go down here where it says pick computers, and you type in graphics, and you can pick graphics cards for gaming PCs. Okay, so now this is this week. Now last week I did see this below $100. So obviously this is a different card. So I guess it looks like that they're pushing out a new name on top of these 580s. I guess the name that they went by last time wasn't selling, so I guess they're changing their names now. And you really have to watch for that. Okay, now these 580s with these right here, these 580s, they're usually bought at China for half price, and then they sell it in the US for double the price. So don't get sucked into that. You got to buy it from them, and they're the only seller. Pick and choose your sellers very carefully. I usually buy it from Amazon themselves. And if the Amazon's not selling it, I'm not buying it from private sellers. Okay, because you don't know what you get, and you don't know if they had their fingers all up in it. So basically, I don't buy it like that. But it is nice to see that Amazon did wise up a little bit, and they put the 4060. They put some of the newer cards up front. I only seen one. And all the graphics card nightmare videos, I've only seen one so far that's like this. They got one graphics card that's up front, but it's $329, and I'm sure y'all ain't gonna pay $329 for a card that's not worth $199. Okay, now they're putting that high price tag, $329, $330. But you know what? I'm gonna do y'all one diligence. Let's say this is a card you expect to keep for at least 4 years. 4 years. So you take, say, 330, right? And you divide that by 4 years. Okay, so that's $82.50. That's not including tax or anything else, shipping or whatever. If shipping's free, taxes are included, then that's $82.50 per year. Okay, so now you break it down on how many days you're going to use it for the whole year. How many days? There's 365 days in a year. Okay, let's say you use the card, but that's going 24/7. So basically, if you look at it, it'd probably be about 230 days total per year that you use the card. Just to say, so we take and we'll divide this by 230. So it's still looking like it's about 3.35 cents per day that you're going to be using the card. To get your usage out of it, you break it down into the change. Okay, usage is a little bit different than your FPS, because if, let's say, you're happy with the card, right, and you're getting astronomical performance, then there's nothing to complain about. I mean, you can't compare the 4060 to the 3060. Okay, there is no much comparisons. They put these two side by side to let y'all know that for the 3060 12 gigabytes, you can get it for $309. Now for the 4060 8 gigabytes, you can get it for $329. I'm sure you guys are not going to pay for a 128-bit card $329. I'm sure you're going to run out and get the 12 gigabyte card for 192-bit for $309. I'm sure you're going to take and save yourself $20. That's going to save you about $20 right there. So moving on down the road, $279, even a better price. If you don't need 3 fans and you like the 2 fans, right here, $280. Definitely save you some money. I'm not going to recommend cards that I know nothing about. $108 is too much for those cards. Let's just get it correct. I mean, Zotac got their 3060 for $309. I'm sure y'all ain't going to be going for a 3050 because you could, but the gaming is not so great on the 3050s. Just to let you know, the gaming ain't that great on the 3050s. So, $89. Looking at the right here, no. 3060, 12 gigabytes, 284, 3 fans. That's even a better deal right there. So 169 for the 1660 Ti, 170. So that's 6 gigabytes. I mean, compared to 12 gigabytes. So if you took 284, let's go better. Let's say 285 and divide that by 2. That's 142. So looking at the 169 price for performance wise, 169 and 142, they need to bring this down. To me, they need to bring this down below 140 bucks. Okay, just to say. So 6,600 for 209. That still needs to come down about 30 bucks. I mean, get real. 2060 for 200 bucks, 6 gigabytes. I mean, that's 20 series. I don't think that, somebody's going to pay for 6 gigabytes, 200 bucks. Not for $100 more. You can go get a 3060. It doesn't make sense to buy the 2060 when you can buy the 3060 for $100 more. So it makes more sense to buy the 3060. Price to performance. That's what you all look for, is price to performance. I don't know. This one, they got some zoo type ones, but 5500 XT, 139, that's not too bad. I know somebody that runs one. It's not too bad for 8 gigabytes, but they should knock that off about $15. The 1660 Super, no. I mean, 1630, 4 gigabytes for 157. You're paying for the name. Why are you going to pay for the name? I mean, that's basically what they're selling you, is the name. They're not selling you the performance on the product. They're selling you the name. This is not too bad, $773. I wish it had come down to like $699. That would be a better deal for somebody. But, with the 4070 being at $599, they should have made the RTX 4070 Ti at $699. That would have been more fair, and that would have been more fair to everybody. And then went up to the 4080, and then went up $100 more, and then the 4080 Ti $100 more, and then the 4090 $100 more, and then the 4090 Ti, if they ever come out with one, $100 more. That would have made more sense, that you're paying an extra $100 for 20% more performance. You would pay that $100 for extra 20% more performance than you would getting only 2% more performance. Does not make sense. So, having the 4070 as mid-tier is the perfect price for mid-tier. I know y'all are going to disagree with me on that, but I'm going to tell you, the 4070 MSRP being at $599, they should have made the 70 Ti at $699, and they should have made the 4080 at $799. And then they have room for a 4080 Ti to make that $899. And then the 4090, they should have put the 4090 at $999, just like AMD did. Instead of putting an extra $600, $700 onto that graphics card, they should have made the 4090 at $999. At price to performance, that makes more sense, because then now you'll make more money if you keep it in just bunched up just like that, then everybody's like 20% more of this, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. And then at the end, you push it up to 30. Then people would want to buy it more. But they're not going to buy something that's going to be, that's, it just doesn't make sense, to pay this kind of price for this kind of card for that kind of performance. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but there's the price point it should have been at, and y'all can disagree with me all you want. Okay, now we went through Amazon. Nothing new. Nothing. It's all a nightmare as usual. Going through some of that, and the prices is just, it's overwhelmingly. It just overwhelms you, and it just isn't worth the price. I mean, now there's rumors that have it that says that people are saying that prices are going to increase. Now, remember on the what do you call it? The crypto boom. Now they're going to be having this AI boom. And, leaks and, skepticism. People are getting skeptical about the fact that they can't make enough of the graphics cards for this AI boom. So now they're buying GPUs, gaming GPUs, to do this AI boom thing. So that's what's going around right now. It looks like people are buying up some XFX, to get in on this AI boom. Just like the crypto boom, they're trying to get on this AI boom. Okay. I don't think y'all are going to pay that for that. So, and we are on Newegg, so we are looking at today's prices, which is 8/5/2023. So 6650 XT 239. Not too shabby. Been better if they dropped it down to 229. That would have been even more. I guess they got an Asus 4060 promotion. What's the promotion that they can't put it on their main screen? Let's see. Radeon, you get Starfield Premium with selected AM graphics cards. 6750 XT, $379, $380. Plus, you get the combo package. Not a bad deal. 3060, $334. Get it on Amazon cheaper. $369. Here, this is $10 off. Only $10 difference between the two, because one's got one more fan than the other, so you pay $10 more for a fan. I mean, 3060. $284. Prices could be a lot better. 7900 XTX, $1,049. Anything new? 4070 Ti, $989. See, the prices are up a little bit higher on some things here on Newegg than they are on Amazon. So moving on down the road, refurbished. Dell gaming desktop. Well, we ain't looking at Dell desktops. Let's see, 3070 509. 3070 Ti. 3070 Ti, $500. You think there's any path for upgradability or the new gen, like DLSS 3 and all that, frame gen and all that, AV1 encoding and all that? You really think you're going to get it off of the 3070 Ti? You really think you're going to get all that from the 3070 Ti? You're not. All that extras come up onto the 40 series. The DLSS 3, the frame gen, and all that, the newest stuff comes up on the 40 series. So if you're going to pay $509, okay, for a 3070 Ti, you might as well pay another $90 and just get the 4070. Just saying. If you're going to pay that to get this, you might as well pay and get a 4070. Unless they give you a better deal than this. If they knocked another $100 off of it, yeah, that would probably be worth it, but it's not. $539, still get it cheaper somewhere else. If you look, that's a 6750. See, 6750, 6750. Look, it's 380 compared to 539. Look, if I want stickers and stuff all over my GPU, I would take and get an automobile wrap specially made for, with the designs and everything, and wrap my GPU in that. You can do that too. So, and save yourself a couple dollars. So, you're paying price to aesthetics at that point. This is what you're paying for. Price to aesthetics. That's what you're paying for. So, moving on down the road. Let's see. Anything 6600. Amazon's still cheaper. From China, 3058 gigabyte. No. See, once you get it from that point, I mean, it's not going to be worth it to you. I mean, a 3080, $638. Like I said, and that's 10 gigabytes. For $599, you're best off to just buy the RTX 4070. Right here. Right next to it. $599. This has got 3 fans. That's got 3 fans. Look at this. 3 fans compared to this. I mean, yeah, you might get different performances, but for 2 extra gigabytes of VRAM, you pay less than more. 638 for 10 gigabytes, $599 for 12 gigabytes. Do the math. Do your math. Let's see, 460 OC, $300. 4090. Wow. 4090s are expensive as hell. See, to me, that's a nightmare. The 4090s are definitely a nightmare. And I'm at 23 minutes and I'm hurrying right along. So $299. Now it's time to go to eBay. Let's go to eBay. Because everybody sells their e-waste there. Let's see what they got cooking today. Let's see. Let's just breeze through it really quick. Buy it now. We got conditions set at buy it now. And let's see. Let's just roll through it. Hell with it. 3060 Ti 269, 4070 Ti 779. Same as new price right here. Okay, 580, 69, XFX, Galax, 3060, 229. I don't think you'll be buying that one. It looks like pieces. So, Trinity 10 gig, $400. Wow. Wow. 4080, $1,000. And that's used. 2080, 147, 147.20. I mean, a 2080, that's 11 gigabyte for 147. There's got to be parts only right here. Make sure you read that very carefully. It says right here, parts only. So make sure you read it very carefully. 115. See, it's just this right here is the utmost e-waste nightmare you could ever want to get into buying a used graphics card. You'd be better off to go to Jawa or someplace you can ensure that when you get the graphics card, it works. You know, here on eBay, you're not guaranteed it works. You're not even guaranteed to get your money back. You know, place like Jawa probably takes the product in because they tell you that it takes, if you sell a product on Jawa, usually it takes 2 days to get your money, but they investigate the product before you get your money. And if it's not worth it, you ain't selling the product on Jawa. It's the way that I hope that they got it set up from what I've been hearing. Let's see. I don't think you guys are really too much interested on what's on eBay because, you know, they buy these GPUs, okay? They buy these GPUs dirt cheap, and then they turn around and sell it for double the price. You know, where they get them from, who knows? Scalpers or whatever, they getting their hands on it. Look, scalpers are starting to get their hands on the 4060 Ti. So, I mean, it is a nightmare. I mean, 3080 Founders Edition, $450, or better offer $30 in shipping. How are you guaranteed, 10 gigabytes? I mean, $450, 3080. Yeah, it could be worth it to some, but to who? I mean, there's no upgradability except for driver upgradability. That's it. Whatever you got set into the BIOS of those graphics cards, that's it. I mean, it's not like you're getting something that's overclockable. I mean, in the BIOS, it's not like you're getting a graphics card that you can say that, hey, I got this graphics card here. I need a new BIOS for it, to make it more usable to where it's for an enthusiast. It's more overclockable. That's not how they're rolling there. So going through eBay just wasn't really anything in there that's really trick or treating. So we go down to Micro Center. That's where we're headed next. We go to Micro Center. I've been there, Micro Center, and it is a great experience. I've had awesome things, type in graphics cards. There we go. I have had a nice little tour going through Micro Center, and it's been a blast. Taking my little tour through there and picking up the 5800X or 5600X3D limited edition. Only at Micro Center. Don't forget to chop yourself down there. So, I mean, $7.99, that's still teetering. I still think it should be $6.99. 3060, $254. Let's see, is there anything good? They got a Bifrost overclocked at 400. 16 gigabytes, GDR6. That's Intel Arc from Acer. It looks like it's a new one. So, I mean, to have Acer's name on that, that's got to be one of their new cards, for $400. And they're selling it at Micro Center, just to let you know that. I mean, now let's go through the product page. And that's available to ship, by the way. They will ship that to you if you order it through Micro Center. So that where it says available to ship here at the top. Now where it says items found, this is in store. Now the other one's available to ship. So you might be able to get that Bifrost for $400 if that's what you're looking for. You never know. Acer's got their own ways of doing BIOSes for their graphics cards. They kind of soup the nuts a little bit on them. But don't quote me on it. You never know. $749 for a 7900 XT. Same price. Looking at the same price as what? The 4070 Ti. Same price. Well, not here on Micro Center, but, you can go to Amazon and get the same price. Even eBay is the same price. So, I mean, $649 for a 6950 XT, not a bad deal. Save $160. I mean, yeah, I got the RTX 4070, but 6950 XT's got a little bit more horsepower, and on some of the benches, it's but still, it's at its end to where it's only going to last you a couple years more, and then games are going to overcome this, and it's not going to play as great as you want it to. So I'd rather have a newer, updated card, even though that the 4070 is 12 gigabytes. Still, it has more looking towards the future than the 6950 XT does, in my opinion. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, look at this. Look at the difference between the two right here. Look at the difference between the two. Okay. Now, this is overclocked triple fan 12 gigabyte GDR6X. Now, the 6950 is GDR6. So there's a big difference. This is the X version. That's the regular version. This one's got 12 gigabytes. Yeah. But this has got 16 gigabytes. Yeah. So what? Does that help you with performance any? No. So that's the way you got to look at it. This helps you, the VRAM helps you with the manipulated textures for your monitor. It balances. It helps you, it smooths your gameplay, giving you a little bit of an uplift on your FPS. So think about it. And the FPS is coming from where? What's giving you that horsepower FPS? It's coming from your processor. It's giving you partial, not all, partial FPS, and it's pushing it towards the GPU, which is giving you the rest. And texture, and so on and so forth. Okay, so there's kind of a shared thing when it comes to the FPS. Not a lot of people broke it down to the fact of where you can get your raw FPS from your GPU and you can get your raw FPS from your CPU. So if they're shared and combined, then you know where you're getting it from. And yes, I know it's at 34 minutes. We are getting through this really quick. So we're looking through Micro Center, and make sure you all check them out. And we are at the bottom of the list. Right here, $299, 3060, 12 gigabytes, $299. Not a bad deal. Alrighty. Now that we got through all that, Now let's go back to the main screen. Now we're back here at the main screen. All right. This is my conclusion. 3060s are not at a bad price. The 6600 are not at a bad price. The RX 6600 cores. Now, the RTX 4070 Ti is coming down in price somewhat, but it's still, I feel that it's not sufficient enough for the price to performance. Now, the price to usage, that's a little bit different, because that'll give you you'll be in between $130 and $135 per year for a card like that. So you break it down, you'll be paying like $4.50 to about 5 cents a day for that card, compared to spending 2.50 to 3 cents a day for a 4070 and so on. So, I mean, if you're coming out of pocket 2 to 3 cents a day just to have that graphics card for the next 5 years, make sure you get it to where it will get one that will last you 5 years in the gaming you play and everything else, because you never know. In that 5 years, you could have a change of mind and say, well, I want to try this new game, but I don't think my GPU will do the work. Believe it or not, next 5 years, I expect this 4070 to do all the work and to keep up and to last just as long as you don't abuse it and you over push it and overpower it, just trying to think you can push every little damn pixel out of it, then, it will last you a long time. If you keep it to where you run it normal, you don't beat the hell out of it by overpowering it, trying to overclock it and everything else, it will last you a long time. So keep that in mind when you buy your GPU. If you buy it for the games, what games you're going to play from now into the future. Always make sure you get one step ahead of yourself and buy it for the future terms. This is the reason why I bought the mid-tier RTX 4070, was because I felt it was right there in the middle. It wasn't the 4080, and it wasn't the 4090, and it wasn't the 4070 Ti, because those are too overpriced for me, too rich for my blood. I'd rather have it to where I got mid-tier, not the 4060, not the 4060 Ti, 4070. It's right in the middle. It separates itself away from a lot of GPUs. And everybody keeps trying to nail this GPU to that, and this GPU to that, this GPU to that. It does you no good. You might as well stop wasting your time trying to nail GPUs, different GPUs, to price to performance. Okay. Now, if you get one GPU, you make the best of it, you have it running nice and smooth, and it plays your games well, it doesn't matter what kind of GPU you get. Now, if you want something for your monitor where you got smoother gameplay to where it's not blurry or stuttering and everything else, that's understandable. If it's blurry and it's stuttering and, it's not keeping up, that's understandable to get a better GPU. But to have one that you already got and it's already rocking, why give it up when it's already rocking? You can get another 3 to 4 to 5 years and go up a couple generations more to see what the next best thing is going to be. I'm just going to say that. With this new AI thing coming out, y'all better reconsider buying your GPUs, because they're going to implement something in these new GPUs, in the futuristic thing, something to deal with AI. Have some kind of AI control chip that's in that GPU, that's in that die. So it's coming. They are working on it. I can tell you that much. But also, too, we're not going to make this a long one. We are at 40 minutes. So, but anyway, if you enjoy my videos, subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, welcome to the family. Welcome to JJ's PC Builds. And my veteran subscribers, as always, much love to you. And we do appreciate you. And thank you for all that you do in helping the channel. So until the next time and the next video, this is JJ on JJ's PC Builds. We will see you on the next one.